So as we mentioned, we have Dan Reed and Dave Bakkstad on the show with us tonight. How are you both?
Very well.
Not too bad.
Awesome. So would you like to tell our listeners a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Right, okay, well, I'm Dave Bakkstad. I am the head of events of the Out of the Ashes Festival, which is my little baby, my little toy, which I like to say I do everything, but I don't. I'm the manager, so therefore I tell people what to do.
Nice.
And I have one of them sat next to me who does exactly what I say when I tell him to.
When I listen, that is. Most people around Wrexham or Chester would know me. I run the core promotions and management, mainly running gigs in Chester at the moment. And I manage 5 bands now. Some are local, some not so local.
Not bad. Not bad. So the festival's now in its second year, I hear.
It is. It's its second year. Last year was its first, and it did ever so well. So I thought, let's do it again.
Do you feel that it has the potential to expand over years to come, considering how well it did in just its first year?
Well, in its first year, it did really well. So that's why we've done the second year, and we've made it a tiny bit bigger. And hopefully, of course, next year we'll make it bigger again.
Yeah.
So yeah, see how it goes.
Awesome. So this year it has 3 stages and a massive 104 bands playing. Do you just want to tell us a bit of the basics, like when it is, where it is, ticket prices, headliners?
Right, so it's actually 3 stages, which are only running fully on 2 days, but it's a 3-day event. It's complicated, trust me.
Yeah, we thought.
This is why I'm going bald. All in all, when we're finished, there'll be about 110 bands playing.
Yeah.
And it's on the 26th, 27th, 28th of July, which is next weekend.
Very
so
cool.
Excited. Tickets, are you ready for this astronomical price? It's £15.
That's absolutely crazy, the amount of bands you've got, and 3-day camping.
3-day camping, it's included. You don't have to pay extra. You can if you want to, but I'm not letting you.
He's quite happy to accept the money for donations for beer.
Beer, Jack Daniels, preferably.
Yeah.
Nice.
New really bike engine needed, maybe.
Yeah, originally it was only 2 stages, but we decided about 2 weeks ago to foolishly add another stage.
It was literally 2 weeks ago.
So we've done
doing all right so far, isn't it?
Yeah, we've managed to get another 24 bands on in 2 weeks. Sort set times, sort equipment out, which is always a nightmare.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we're pretty much ready to go now.
Yeah.
So where is the festival being held?
It's at the Vauxhall Sports Club, which is in. Technically, it's Hooton, but it's on the map. It says Ellesmere Port, but it's almost close to the Wirral.
Yeah.
Which is very good. I can give you the postcode. It's CH62 1NJ.
It's right on the M53, isn't it?
Yeah, Riverk Road, the B3, 5, 6, 9, 8, 10.
Yeah, we'll hopefully label it for people that are coming in from different directions so they can find it.
And all information is on the website www.outoftheashesfestival.co.uk.
So how did you choose which bands would headline this year's festival?
We picked them out of a hat.
Yeah.
Or we did Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
So how did you choose?
It was a discussion, really. It's who we wanted to win. Be headliners.
I think for me, I wanted to put some sort of North Wales bands on.
Yeah.
So, it's a predominantly metal, heavy rock festival. So, for me, there's only 2 bands to put on it, and it was Severenth and Impaled.
Yeah.
And then after that, I managed 4 bands at the time of booking. So obviously I was going to put my bands on as well. So that was 6 bands sorted for my stage straight away, really. So it was maybe a little bit easier for me. And then we've obviously run 2 Battle of the Bands as well. One at Revolver in Birkenhead, one at the Compass and Brooker's Bar in Chester.
Which sadly no longer exists.
But yeah, we've got bands from that. And obviously we've taken bands from the Bloodstock
Metal to the Masses
in Liverpool that have been run by Whiplash Promotions. So I think the headliners was probably the easy bit. I think getting the rest of the bands has been the more difficult bit.
Scraping them all together.
Yeah, and it's not just getting, we've had hundreds of bands want to play.
Yeah.
But it's, are you free on...
We could quite easily fill another 2 stages.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But it's, can you be there on that weekend? Can you play this time?
Yeah.
Can you bring equipment? And, if they can do all of that, then they can play. But it's not always that easy.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the festival is charity-based and all the profits go to KR Rocks Foundation and the Headbangers Ball. Whose idea was this?
It was mine.
How did you go about it?
At the end of the day, I enjoy music, so why should I get paid to do it when I enjoy it?
Oh.
So that's why, if you look at it, I could charge people £30-40 a ticket, but I charge £15. I'd rather people turn up, support a charity.
Yeah.
There you go then.
I think that makes it a bit more unique than other festivals.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because I could throw 1,000 corporate logos everywhere and charge you £200 and put a few band names on.
Yeah.
But why bother?
But also locally, there's stuff goes on in Liverpool and Manchester, and obviously you've got schools out for summer this weekend at Central Station, but there's no one doing what we're doing in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no.
To have that many bands
For that price.
for that price over 3
And
stages
camping.
and camping as well.
A normal club night out is 5 bands for a £5.
Yeah.
So if
For
I wanted,
hours.
we could start charging £1 a band.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just raised ticket
Just
prices to
changed it,
£110.
It's now £110 a ticket.
So we are going to play a track by sub-headliners Impaled Existence, and they'll be sub-headliners. So Dan, you are running the core takeover stage on the Saturday. You are, yes. The lineup includes bands such as Severenth, Impaled Existence, Goldweight, Zebedee, and many other great bands. So how did you choose these bands?
Well, like I said before, it's a metal festival, and for me, North Wales, obviously now we've got In-Depths who've come from.
Yes.
I think when we started the planning, In-Depths had probably not even played a gig. Well, they might have played 1 gig, but there was only 2 metal bands for me in North Wales that could headline it and co-headline it, and that was Severenth and Impaled. Obviously, then I had 4 bands myself. Obviously, Wolves were going to play it, but obviously they're splitting up now, so they won't be playing it. And their last gigs in Chester in August. And then I think every band that's on that stage is every band that's played for me before on a core gig. So rather than it being something that was some band's going to turn up with something unexpected that might wreck the day. I know all the bands. They've probably played once, twice, 3 times for me. So it's bands that I've already got relationships with, and I know that because that stage has got to work like clockwork. Because with it being outdoors, we're limited on time as well. So it's just getting the bands that I knew really, that I've got relationships and know I can put, all of them can put on a really good show.
Nice. So what bands are you most looking forward to?
I think it'll be any band that's not played on an outdoor stage will absolutely love it. I know last year, Wolves, Betterdall and Zebedee were lucky enough to be asked by Did to play on the outdoor stage, and I think it's a totally different experience. So, everybody that knows about Severenth and Impaled, you're going to get it, and you're going to get it bigger and louder than you've heard it before because it's outdoors. Obviously all of my bands, my newest band, Bucklesung, who won the Chester Battle of the Bands.
Yes.
I think it's just going to be a good day. The only thing that will wreck our day is the weather, but as long as it stays like this, I think we'll be alright.
Good.
I think it's going to.
Yeah.
I think you're lucky there.
So
Never trust the weatherman, no.
Yeah.
No. So what about you, Did? Who are you looking forward to most on the Saturday?
On the Saturday, I'm actually looking forward to everyone.
Yeah.
Who I actually managed to get to see, because with being the head of events, I don't get to see anyone. I get to run round and tell people what to do and shout at people.
In the world.
Yeah, that moment. I just want to sit in a
victim.
corner and cry. But no, if I manage to get to see someone, that would be great.
Awesome.
So you're running the New World Events take backstage on the Sunday?
Am I?
Are you?
Well, I'm not running it.
Yeah, I'm running that
Yeah.
stage. And
You
I'm
panicked
running.
then, Claire?
I did, yeah. I thought, oh god.
Yeah, I'm running the KR Rock stage every day with a little help from my friends, which is always great.
Yeah. So how did you choose the lineup for that stage? How did you decide who went on which stages?
No, that's a hard one.
Well, originally I only had 1 stage, and then we had decided to have a 3rd one. So,
well, we started off. I tried to keep it genre related. So on the Friday inside, it's more rock-ish. The Saturday's a bit rock with a bit of punk.
Yeah.
Bit of naked punk.
we're not naming any names.
Not naming no names.
No names. James.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
They haven't agreed, but I've told them to,
Yeah.
and they have to do
It's
exactly
in their
what I say.
contract. They've got to play naked.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So
Nice.
We'll crank the
Not
aircon
one to
up.
miss.
we'll crank the
Well, I don't know.
Well, yeah. It'll be very hot and sweaty inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried to keep it related to types of bands, and then Sunday is just a full-on metal onslaught.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then with the 3rd stage, obviously on the Saturday, we've sort of changed it around completely, and we've got indie bands on. Bit of acoustic in the morning.
Yeah.
Really, just to try and bring in different people. We don't.
Yeah.
Going forward, yeah, it will always have its metal and its heavy rock roots, but you know, we want to be able to bring in a bit of everybody.
Yeah.
Because people might turn up to watch an indie band and go, "Oh, I don't like the next band.
Mm.
I'll go outside and watch a thrash metal band." They might go, "Actually, they're bloody
pretty
amazing."
good.
It's cheap
Yeah.
enough to do that as well. It's not like
Exactly,
you're
yeah.
forking out 200 quid like you would
No.
at a regular festival.
Well, that's it. As I said, we could charge that, but we're not going to. Just yet.
Not this year.
Not this year. We'll keep you posted.
So who are you looking forward to on that stage then?
Which one's
The Sunday stage.
I think on the third stage, I've put on a couple of there are a couple of bands playing that I've not seen before, so it'll be interesting to see them. There's quite a lot of new bands as well, hence it being called the New Metal Index. So it's new upcoming bands. So I think any of them. If you've never seen Sex Wolf, I recommend you just watch Sex Wolf.
Good.
Well, I think the name says it all, really. If you've got a band called Sex and Wolf, ! Then you need to go and see that band. Yeah. So do not miss them.
Well, so.
Awesome. And what do you think the Out of the Ashes Festival has that makes it stand out from other festivals, and why should our listeners go?
It's cheap. It's a family-friendly weekend. It's got a shed load of bands, and you can bring your own alcohol.
Yeah.
What more could you want?
I think it's, you know, it's value for money, and you know,
Yeah.
you could still go to Download. You go to Bloodstock in August. You know, it's only going to cost you 15 quid to come to this, and you still have money left over to go somewhere else as well.
With coming to the Out of the Ashes, you get to see your potential new favourite band.
Yeah.
That's a
Meet
good
them before
point.
they get
Meet
big.
them
and
before they
forget
get
you.
big.
Yeah. And we've got
You can have a beer with
bands
them.
we've got bands that are playing Bloodstock this year.
Bloodstock. Bands have played
Um,
Download as well.
Yeah, Impaled have obviously played Download, Bloodstock. We've got Severenth, they've played Wacken,
Yeah.
they've toured America, you know, so we're not, you know, we've got new bands, but we've got established bands who've got a good reputation. So, but then there'll be people who've maybe from Liverpool who'll come over who've not seen the bands from North Wales, so...
And vice
Pretty good.
versa. On the Sunday, it's mainly Merseyside metal, which is always
Awesome.
great. So, Merseyside, yay!
I think it makes it that little bit better that you know your money's going towards the charity and not some greedy people at the top overpricing you.
Well, that's it. We don't literally take a penny. Sorry, tell a lie. I think I might have took a stamp. Curse me to death.
How dare you?
How dare I take one stamp? I bet your listeners now are like, that's it. We're not going now. You
Yeah.
took a stamp.
What's that,
That's it.
30p?
Thief.
60p nowadays.
60p.
Daylight robbery.
I think not long ago there was a lot of whispers on Facebook about, you know, we were asking bands to pay to play, and it's never been pay to play, never
Yeah.
No.
never at all.
That's good.
And I think if people knew the costs behind running the event, they'd be saying, "Oh, actually, you're taking a very big risk," because if the event doesn't work,
It comes out of my pocket.
it comes out of his pocket.
Yeah.
So, you know, we want it to work. We want there to be money over so we can give it to the charities. But if it didn't work, if for any reason no one turned up, you know, it's coming out of his pocket. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's a big risk for all of us, you know, the amount of time we put into it, working on it. You know, we both get moaned at for spending too much time on Facebook.
Yep.
So
And I'm actually in work getting told off that I'm spending
he's
too
in
much
work
time.
on Facebook, and I should be spending time with my family. And I'm on Facebook booking bands. So
Yep.
I think that, you know, there's a lot of work gone into it, and
In other words, it's taken over a year to plan.
Yeah.
As
So
soon as
and
we
we've
finish last year,
already started planning
I was
for
about
next
to
year
ask.
already.
Yeah.
Stuff is in the pipeline already for next year. So
awesome.
So, just to recap everything, do you want to just let our listeners know again where it'll be happening, ticket price, who's playing, stuff like that?
on the 26th, 27th, 28th of July at the Vauxhall Sports and Social Club in Rivercar Road, Ellesmere Port for £15, 3 days, 3 stages,
free camping.
free camping, 110 bands, £15. See you there.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
That's
Testicles.
great. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for yeah. So just want
Naughty.
to thank you
I didn't
both.
swear once.
Thank you so much for coming in, guys. I hope everything goes well with the festival, and we will see you there.